Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Outlive. It is a game that I found on Gamejolt, and the basic premise of it is that you need to survive 365 days past Unix Labs. What's interesting, though, is instead of it being a walk-around adventure game, it's a text-based adventure game with hand-drawn items to display what you're doing sometimes. There are creatures that will attack you, and you can craft weapons with the workbench that you'll see up ahead, but it's pretty fun, pretty simple, and once you get about 10 days in, it gets pretty good. I did a little bit of practice before just so I get a grasp on it so it's not too dry here, like my name, but we're going to hop into that now. Go for John. I don't know, that name just looks kind of cool there. It's all written fancy. The world suddenly gets to this point. Humanity is no longer on top. You know efforts are being made somewhere, but how long it will take is the most important. Can you survive? This game, thinking they're not an English speaker, they might be French. A lot of people in Gamejolt I noticed have been. But they'll say strange things, like they'll call a meal an entree, they'll use and armor and things, but here's the game. You have your life. This is when you take damage. If you go hungry or thirsty, you also lose a little bit each day. Your action points, which I'll get into in a second, there's some things that could be refined, like explore. Say here, neighborhood, you want to go there, right? I can look at the houses close to where I am. You can find all kinds of ordinary things, and it is usually very calm. Almost nobody is sheltered nearby, but you can still see some of those things walking from time to time. You probably don't need to be so careful. You explore it for 1 point. Once you arrive there, you have to use 2 more points to search, which I think can all be worked together in one package, because that's 3 points. That's like a third of what we have. Here we are. So, your notebook, it'll tell you what you found. Backpack, you got your medicines. A few of these can be crafted with alcohol and cloth. In the workbench, you have your weapons, guns. That I wasn't able to get into. It takes a little bit longer. You can go through all these parts as well, but there's not too much to the game, but it's simple, which is nice, which I think some people will enjoy. The crafting section. It gives you more energy, I believe, when you craft one of these. I built a chair. I don't know what the point of the chair was. I don't think it has a point. It's just where wood is fancy, but I built that. I have my stove up and running. Basically, you go in here, you go to your environment, you want to hit explore. Explore the neighborhood. These are the weapons you can bring. I don't have any right now. We're in the neighborhood, and now we're searching for resources. What it does is it presents you what you find, and it's slightly randomized, but it sticks to the same premise of what is going to be in these locations. So since it's the first round, I'm going to take everything that's presented to me. Meat, vegetables are great when you have water and a stove, but the canned food is my favorite with the bottles of water to hydrate your guy, and I have 1 action point left. I should aim for getting the bed built. It gives you a lot more points. So we're going to go to bed. Now, we're 60-60 again. We're gonna hop over here. Oh, excuse me. And we're gonna head to the landfill. And we'll definitely find many basic resources there, but that's it. I don't think anyone is interested in walking there, so it must be very quiet. There should not be so many creatures either. I don't think I need to be careful to go there. We're gonna head over to the dump. I did get attacked here before, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. See, that's a lot more wood compared to the neighborhood. Gears are super important. I'm happy I found one early, but that sucks because we only found 2 things. And here's an issue I have. You don't use your action points when you're at home. You only use them when you're exploring. And it costs hunger and thirst to explore. So sometimes you're better off just not spending your points because you're see. I don't think I can make the bed yet. No, I need 16 cloth. What would be nice. And then the stove. Yeah. I could probably fit into my next go at the junkyard. So we're just gonna go to sleep. As far as I'm aware, there's no issues with not eating or drinking before bed. It's just you can run it down, and then you're there. Each one of those gives us 40 thirst. And this should give us 50 for the can of food. Yeah, there you go. So, now that we got this, we're gonna head back to the junkyard and hopefully get some cloth this time when we search for our resources. Metal scrap's good. Take all of these. I love all of those. Now this is where the game... Oh, I can build a stove already. So, bed would give me more energy. But I'm gonna have that wood, so we'll just build a stove. Here, you can do things. The contaminated water, whatever that may be, I'm just assuming groundwater. You boil it off. 2 gives 1. Your meat you can cook. Everything on the stove costs wood though, which get expensive. So I might hold out on cooking because I need this 11. Okay, that's just useless button. Okay. We might need that wood to construct this bed. Yeah, so if I use a 5, yeah, I'll cook that. 5 wood's not too much. Cook some meat. Goes like this, little fancy gimmick. Now, didn't use any hunger or thirst to do that. Didn't use an action. I'm at 50 hunger, 80 thirst. And I believe that cooked meat gives somewhere between 30 and 50. Oh yeah, vegetables. Those are nice. Eat the cooked meat. And yeah, 40. So we're gonna go back to bed. We're gonna explore the junkyard. I like all the metal scraps. Curious. Oh, cool. Okay, that turned out better. The game crashed.